So you're not going to build generational wealth because even if you make $100 million right now, you're probably not going to have very much left by the time you die because humans live a very long time. Now it's 2024. You might be 25 years old. You might be my age. You might be 36. You might be 36. You might make $100 million. You have to stay rich forever and you have no skills. That means you have to continue to be a millionaire when you're 40, 50, 60, 80, 85, you have kids, you have grandkids, you have this large extended family, and you've got this one little pot of money that you made back in 2024 from fucking betting on some shitcoin. No, you're not going to get generational wealth because you're never going to develop the generational mindset. So you need to be smart, first and foremost. I would absolutely advise you that along with your shit crypto trading and your aping into shitcoins, I would absolutely advise you to, read, learn how money works, learn how to invest in the real world, not my school, the actual physical real world, as opposed to just online blockchains. Find a way of growing your money. Maybe learn some business skills, open up some car washes or businesses that will never go out of fashion. Because physical businesses like retail can go out of fashion, Amazon slowly killing them off, but people still need to physically go and get their haircut, physically go and get their car washed, and these things still exist. So why don't you know anything about investing? Why is your idea of investing just aping into coins and trying to get some fucking massive pump instead of building a residual income? You are never going to make generational wealth on a fucking meme coin because you are not a generationally wealthy, mindseted person, and you're going to fail in the long run. I have come up the very, very, very hard way. I've never actually caught a huge crypto pump in my life. I've done some 4 or 5Xs, 6Xs. I mean, I bought Bitcoin when it was cheaper. I bought Ethereum when it was cheaper. These are coins I'm happy mentioning because I can't affect the prices. And everything I've learned in my long and difficult life has armed me to be the kind of father who can build a generationally wealthy family. Because when I have sons and when I have daughters, they are going to learn a lot about the world because I have all the knowledge to pass on to them. Lottery winners go broke for a reason, and gambling on a shitcoin, although it probably takes more skill and slightly less luck than the lottery, is exactly the same thing. Because who says that the central bank digital currencies don't come along and crypto in 3 or 4 years is completely dead? The age of gambling on shitcoins is over. Okay, you made $10 million. Now it's 2038. What's Tristan Tate doing? Tristan Tate is running a very real company, making very real money. You can't gamble on shitcoins anymore. Tristan Tate has investment properties that he can, rent out for $200,000, $300,000 a month because they're some of the premier properties in the premier locations in the world. What have you done? Aped it into, I almost said a coin. But I didn't. So I think it's a very stupid question because you don't understand what generational wealth means. You don't understand what it means to be generationally wealthy. You don't understand at all how to manage money, how to pass that knowledge on to your kids. So I would say do 10 years of hard work before you worry about how much money generationally wealthy means. Because you're going to lose it or your kids are going to lose it. Jackie Chan is famously leaving almost no money to his kids. Jackie Chan, the action movie star from when I was a kid, the Chinese guy. And he gave a really beautiful quote, which I like. He said, when a reporter heard about this, he said, well, what about your son? Jackie Chan said, if he's smart enough, he will make his own money. And if he's not, then he would simply be wasting mine. And I kind of feel that way too. I'm not saying I'm going to leave my sons or my kids with zero. I don't think that's who I am. I think that I'm going to have so much money my entire life that there's going to be a substantial fortune left by the time I leave this earth. However, my kids are going to be programmed and smart enough to deal with it because I'm the type of person who could pass on those lessons like I think Donald Trump did to his kids. So I think it's a very stupid question. Don't ask me how to create generational wealth, because to be a retard and to be so rich that your kids are rich and your grandkids are rich, you'd need billions and billions and billions, and you're not going to make it gambling shitcoins. Not at all. There's never going to be enough liquidity in the pot.